In WNBA news, the CBA agreement is on the table, and they're like, we don't even care where you guys live at.
I shine, shine, shine on the grind, grind, grind. I shine, shine on the grind, grind, grind. I shine, shine, shine on the grind, grind, grind. I shine, shine, shine on the grind, grind, grind. I shine, 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 truly blind, blind, blind.
You're now watching Eleanor Sports Talk.
Okay, in WNBA news, we got a new update to the CBA agreement. Annie Constable of Front Office Sports put out an article yesterday kind of detailing the updates to the new CBA agreement. And I've been saying it from the beginning, and I know a lot of people, they have like this, a lot of people have sort of this angst or anger towards WNBA players to where they kind of they want to see them get paid, but they don't want to see them get paid too much. They don't want to see them like overshoot their hand. It's almost like they're kind of chastising them because they're not playing fair ball with, for whatever reason. I got my ideas. I got an idea that a lot of okay, I'm going to just say it. I don't hold back any words. I'm not holding any punches. I think that a lot of people who are majority Caitlin Clark fans, they see the WNBA as sort of like they're only getting this pay raise because of Caitlin Clark. So since you're not treating Caitlin Clark as your savior, you're not worshiping her, you're kind of treating her harsher, you're following her harder, you're guarding her further, you don't really deserve a raise. That's kind of what it is, and you can say it's not, but that's what it is. You like a lot of new WNBA fans. Well, I don't really care if you're new WNBA fans, but a lot of Caitlin Clark fans, they see the WNBA through the eyes of Caitlin Clark. So if Caitlin Clark isn't the full beneficiary, they kind of don't. I don't really care if any of the other players get anything because really, you don't even believe they deserve it. And there's an argument to be had there, but it's not a fair argument when it comes to business. Like I can have a star employee that works for me, but I still have to treat the rest of my employees fair. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into this article, okay? We're going to read most of it because it's very detailed, and I want to do some comparing, contrasting to the previous agreements and offers that were on the table and why this one is kind of I don't think they're going to accept it, which they haven't. But the WNBA has proposed a 7-figure base max salary as part of a new collective bargaining agreement, but it's coming at a cost. See, that's the opening statement from Annie Constable. And for those of you that don't know, Annie Constable used to be a beat writer with Chicago. I think she was with the Chicago Sun-Times. Don't quote me on this, but she worked a lot with the Bulls, Cubs, and of course the Sky. And she has like this internal beef with Angel Reese where I never really saw eye to eye with her because I noticed that most of her articles toward Angel Reese, because she went to Iowa, Annie Constable went to Iowa, so of course she's more of a Caitlin Clark fan, so she couldn't really give fair critique and criticism of Angel Reese because people that like Caitlin Clark for some reason, they just have to hate Angel Reese. Regardless of how the facts line up, they just have to hate Angel Reese, and I think that's stupid. Anyway, because I like them both. The league has removed team housing from proposed submitted Women's National Basketball Players Association, including the most recent several league sources told Front Office Sports. Okay, that's letting you know right now that the owners are like, look, we're going to give y'all some more money. Y'all got to pay for your own crib. Understandable if I was moving from 60 grand to 2 million. I ain't moving from 60 grand to 200 grand. So that extra 140 grand is not supposed to help my expenses. It's supposed to help me find a car in the house. Come on, man. You got to be serious with what you're doing, ownership group. You know what you're doing here. Because the people that don't like these players, they're going to be like, forget them. Let them figure it out. Teams wow. Tongue twister. It's not even a tongue twister. That's just bad pronunciation. Teams have been required to provide players with in-season housing since 2016. The league has also proposed lengthening the season, including an earlier start date that is expected to interfere with the NCAA tournament and potentially other leagues such as Project B. Here we go. So here's my understanding of this. Okay, Project B is throwing millions and millions of dollars at these girls, which they're going to pretty much take like the top, the cream of the crop. So they're going to be offering them millions of dollars. So what that's going to do is that's going to that's going to cause other players, even college players that's coming out of college, to want to look at Project B even before they look at the WNBA. And I'm telling you, when you got stars like Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Jonquel Jones, there's some others that I'm not thinking. Salone, I can't remember her first name, but those people are going to Project B and they're grabbing that bag. Sophia Cunningham, that's telling the WNBA, look, you're gonna have to give me some more money, or you're not our main priority. And as far as any league, there has to be a priority stipulation. Like the NBA has one where NBA players are not allowed to play in sanctioned leagues. You know, they play Drew League, they play like they play little tournaments, but they can't play in the sanction league. So they can't play in the NBA under NBA contract and then go to Croatia and play in the summer league. You just can't do that unless that's negotiated in your contract, and that's usually like smaller G League type players, 6 men, bench warmers. Like LeBron James can't play in the NBA and then go to China and play for the summer. He just can't. That even if he wanted to, he couldn't because his contract wouldn't allow him. LeBron James might have a clause in his contract where he can't even ride a motorcycle. So those NBA contracts are very detailed in what they're allowing these players to do. And the WNBA is going to kind of mirror that. So where Project B, Unrivaled, and other leagues will not have the ability to kind of poach players during the off season. So, and not only does the league want to combat that because it knows Unrivaled is not taking players because it's a 3v3 type format, but Project B's 5v5 and they're offering more money. So instead of the league saying, I'm going to give you more money, they're saying, hey, if you want to play in the WNBA, we might have to start a little bit earlier just to stop you from signing over there, because right now you're messing with the product. And that's all that they're saying right here. The start date for training camp could be as early as mid-March. Okay, now that's a big deal because that would hinder the draft, because the WNBA college players, women's college basketball March Madness goes on in March and some of April. So if they start training camp, that means rookies will not only get drafted late, but they will come to camp late as well. So that not only would they not be prepared to start, they won't even be prepared to have a great rookie year. And we saw that kind of hurt like rookies like Caitlin Clark, that hurt rookies like Angel Reese a couple of years ago, where Caitlin Clark actually benefited from the USA team going to the Olympics, giving her like a month's break where her legs get up under her and she can come back. And we saw that second half of the year where Caitlin Clark looked absolutely amazing. So we want rookies to play in the March Madness and then come directly to camp as soon as the tournament is over with and not really have a chance to rest at all? Like this is something that we have to consider. We don't have to consider. This is something that we have to think about, and that the players will have to consider. And I don't think any of the players will accept this. In NBA news, okay, the NBA hasn't been as boring as it normally has. It's actually been pretty exciting these first couple of months, first month or so. And but one of the things that caught our attention yesterday was Greek Freak has potentially deleted most of his Milwaukee Buck photos and titles from his bio on Instagram. It's said to believe he's left a couple pictures from his championship and MVP, but he's telling the Bucks, look, y'all got to do something. This roster's not good enough, and you're not going to waste my career. And we know that he was one of the players that was able to get his brothers on the team. So if he says something, he's going to do something about it. So whatever he's doing over there in Milwaukee, make it happen. I don't know. Maybe you could send him to LA and you can take Austin Reeves and LeBron and Bronny, and we can get Greek. I don't know. Greek and Luka. 6'7", I don't know. But NBA news is going pretty good. Let's look at these standings here. I'm gonna look at it league wide because I like what I'm seeing in the league. Okay, the Oklahoma City Thunder's only lost one game. And if I ask you right now, who did they lose to? Wrong. They lost to the Pacers. Exactly. These Indiana Pacers. Way down here. Oh, let me get out of your way. Right here, these Pacers that have only won 4 games, they beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Oklahoma City Thunder, I'm going to tell you what I see in Oklahoma City Thunder, man. When you watch their game, SGA is pretty much unguardable because he has a way of making shots with contact and he gets fouled a lot. But that team plays defense like no other. Like, look at their away points. Opponent points per game, 107. That's the most. That's the least amount of points. But just look at this also. This is why I'm about to go into my OG, my Onk bag, my what do they call me now? Old head bag. Here's my old head bag. They're scoring 100 points a game. Every single team in the league is scoring at least 100 points a game. Every single league team in the league is scoring 100 points a game. Stop when you're telling me that this league is not better. No, they're not better than the 90s and the 80s. They're not. I wasn't born in the 70s, so I don't know. The 90s are my glory days in the early 2000s. This right here is rec ball. This is rec ball. Look, they're beating people by 15 points per game. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they're beating people by 15 points per game, and my dog is trying to sneak into the camera, so I had to stop him just now. But look, they're scoring 100 points per game, and who's this? This is the Washington Wizards are scoring 112 points a game, but they're minus 14 on the year. Man, don't tell me anything about this NBA. They can score, they can't guard anybody. It's terrible. But as a Laker fan, I would be amiss if I don't give you all some Laker news, and here's my Laker news right here. Going to my team right now, I think we play the Raptors tomorrow. We play Toronto tomorrow. That lost to the Suns where like 3 people were dominating us. LeBron scored 10 points in 30 minutes. Bronny looks lost. Jared Vanderbilt can't get on the floor. Luka had 10 turnovers, 38 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds. Austin Reeves with 16 points that game. Like, that's not our game, coach. Coach, LeBron James cannot play 23, 30 minutes and only score 10 points per game. He was in the game late while we were getting blowed out, trying to stat pad to make sure he scores 10 points. That's weird. That's why, see, I'm a Laker fan. I'm a Magic Johnson Laker fan that after the HIV situation, I went to become a Knicks fan. Like, Nick Van Exel at one point in time was my favorite player. That's how much of a Laker fan I am. Like, Nick the Quick was my favorite player. On the video games, I had to play with the Lakers because of that. Even when he went to Denver, I followed Nick. And, like, that's a Laker fan I am. Like, I was there when Eldon Campbell was our best player. So don't, like, look, man, I'm not a LeBron hater, but I don't like some of the stuff he does to kind of manufacture, like statistics. He's manufactured, and if y'all don't see it, that's on y'all. I'm not trying to convince you, but that's my NBA news right now. I would rather trade as much to the future I like in Austin Reeves, but I would send LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Bronny to Milwaukee right now for Greek Freak. That's my NBA news. Al knows from New Orleans Saints football. Here we go. Look, man, we haven't been looking too good, and I'm on the Saints ESPN page because I want to just talk Saints football right now. And I want to put some things out there that I haven't. I've kind of been on like a hiatus, like after the bye week. It's hard to kind of give full into the Saints because there's so much to talk about. There's so much to debate, and it becomes a debate. And I don't want to debate all the time. You know, sometimes I just want to talk sports. Okay. We played the Falcons. And we lost coming off a bye week, and we only scored 10 points, and that was horrific to me. And that kind of took a lot from me, you know. Like, I'm a son of the city, man. I was born in Charity Hospital. You know, this is me. Like, I don't have to fake Saints. I'm me. You know, when I bought my first house, like my address, you know, you put the floor delete on the curb. I had to do that because, but listen, Number one, I don't have an order to this, so I'm about to ramble. Number one is I don't think Kellen Moore is suitable right now in his career. He's a 36-year-old guy. I don't think he's suitable right now to be head coach and offensive coordinator. Now, what does that mean to you? I'm saying it how it comes to me. Like, as coach and offensive coordinator, I don't think he can do both. And he's 36, so he's young, man. He's a young coach. To be a head coach, his first coaching job, he has to do both. That's a lot. You can see he struggled with some play calling. You can see he struggled with like decision making. You can see like there's no way we've had how many games? A lot. I don't want to count the games. We had a lot of games. We're 2-10, so we've had 12 games. And in those 12 games, we've not had one game where we dominated the first quarter. I think the Panthers, we dominated the second quarter. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go see because I want to be honest in my assessment here. Let's see. Yeah, they scored in the first quarter. They were up. So we didn't dominate any first quarter. And why that's important to me as a sports fan, and I think it should be important to you as well, is because in the first quarter, there's 15 to 20 plays that the team goes over during practice week. It's known as the scripted plays. And those plays are based on the coaching staff watching film, and they're predicting that the defense is going to come at us this way, and here's our chess move to challenge them. And these 15 plays should afford us an opportunity to go out and do something. And that's meaning I'm studying film, I'm noticing tendencies of the defense, and here's how we can capitalize on that. And we're failing on that. So when we come off a bye week where we had 2 weeks to look at the Falcons and know what they're going to do, not only is that a division rival where we already have DNA with them, it's the fact that we came out and we were flat. So every time we have an opportunity to come out and score and to show that we have a coach that thinks the game, we come out flat. And here's 2 points that I don't like about Kellen Moore. I don't like that he verbally said, like, he's not an early riser. He likes to sleep in late. I hate that. In any job, I don't care what job, I hate those people that can't get up early. Like, I don't want to get up early either, but I get up every morning at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning because my body gets up. I don't want to. I would like to my bed is huge. My blankets are warm. My wife is beautiful. I can sit there and I can stay with her the entire morning. Yes, I would want to. But I got to get up. I hate that he said that publicly because in my mind, my military brain, my working man's brain says lazy guy. I don't think he's a lazy guy, but it told me he was lazy. So when you come out in the first quarter and you can't score, you can't move the ball, I see lazy. Because why are we not prepared for this? Why are we not prepared to score? Why we can't score in the first quarter? Why are we always fighting to come back? Why? So those are the things that I don't like about Kellen Moore. And I think he needs to deal with that. I think that we may need either an offensive coordinator or a new head coach. I don't think he can do them both at his age. He's only 36. Even though he has a lot of experience, he doesn't have the experience that he's working with right now, and it's not working. We just don't look like – it's week 12. Well, actually, it's week 13. We played 12 games, and our team does not show that it's gotten better since week 1. We've had 2 quarterbacks, a myriad of offensive linemen, a different receiving core. We've not gotten better anywhere. And I'm going to show you this by statistics when we look at the quarterbacks. But we haven't gotten better. We look exactly the same, even though I know like some commentators and local guys, they don't want to compare the Olave drop to the Juwan Johnson in week 1 against the Cardinals, but it's basically the same thing. We had an opportunity to go in and get an opportunity to win a game, and the quarterback put the ball in the right spot and the receiver didn't come down with it. We're in the same position that we've been in, man, and I'm tired of it. So we're dealing with our quarterbacks, man, and dealing with the fact that this is like the Mahoys and the Hatfields, the whatever the rivalry is. This name your rivalry. This is like the Saints fans are pretty much at in a battle of mid right now. I'm a Rattler guy. I think Rattler is the better quarterback, but I think Shuck is not losing the job. And that's the same thing I was saying about Rattler. I thought Rattler was not losing the job until he played the Bears. And then he was like, he went out of his way and he started doing things that he didn't normally do. Okay, so right here we got Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler, 23 and 25 in PFF grading. This is how close these guys are, guys. I want you guys to know this. And they're this close to where they're right underneath one another. So it's a matter of preference if the quarterback you want. Like if you want the big guy that seemingly has a bigger arm, you like, I want Tyler Shuck to start. And I get that. If you just a Rattler truther, you like, I won't want Rattler to start. You're not getting anything different. You're not winning games. You're not outscoring anyone. You just have the preferential quarterback that you want. Stop the debates about who's better. We don't know who's better because we don't have the play caller right now that's giving us an opportunity to see who's better. They look exactly the same. Look at this. Matter of fact, we're going to the Saints. I'm going to go to the Saints space so we can see it clearly. Where are we at? Saints right here. Roster. Okay, the quarterback's clearly right here. Offense. 69 for Shuck, who was 24th or 42. Spencer Rattler's 23 or 42. He's 70. He's 66. Just look at these numbers. They're absolutely close. Spencer Rattler has a 489 snaps. 155, 20. So he's 25. He's 26. They're the same. This one is just bigger. They're the same exact person. One is just bigger. This is what we're dealing with when it comes to these quarterback debates. Our quarterback debates is basically because it's our preference, but we're making it into like we actually know who's better. We don't. They battled in training camp. They were neck and neck. You know, I thought Rattler had like a better upside. I still think I like Shuck. I like Shuck. I seen Carolina. I think that's a fluke, but I like his. He takes chances. See, the one thing I didn't like about Rattler was he was playing safe and he didn't take chances. Here's my spiel on the quarterbacks. Okay, Spencer Rattler, I think, has more intangibles. He's better in the pocket. He has more escapability, and he seems to be more of he's a gamer type player. He's a gamer. I think Tyler Shuck's more mechanically better. He has a better ball. The ball releases better out of his hand. It just looks better. He's 6'5". He looks like a quarterback. And he's willing to take chances. That's what we wanted from Rattler, but his taking chances didn't come off as like I don't know if it's the play call difference. I think most of it is, but I see where Rattler missed some guys that Tyler would take that shot. And that's all we want. So right now, as a Rattler guy from day one, I still think Rattler might have a little bit more upside. I'm okay with Tyler Shuck playing because I see that if it might click, that you might have something, man, if it clicks. And that's my one up on the Tyler Shuck, Spencer Rattler thing. Okay. Now going back into our next game against the Buccaneers, man, they beat us 23-3. So that lets us know they got a defense over there. They got a defense over there, man. And that 23-3 is gonna hurt. And that was a game where Tyler Shuck came in and he threw the ball, I think, like, let's just go see it. We don't have to fake it. We can go see the numbers. Let's see the box score. Yeah, Tyler Shuck came in and he threw the ball 30 times in one half. You know, and he had a horrible game that game. So I want to see Tyler Shuck take that game and say, I got better. That I don't care. See, the winning is, did you get better? Now, if he comes out and he's under 50% throwing the ball because, like Tampa Bay, they're not going to play us like other teams, like they're going to get a lead and then start coasting. No, they're trying to kick our teeth in. So I want to see Tyler Shuck play that game. It's like, I got better. And if he does that, we'll be okay. But with that being said, man, I want to give high shout-outs to Luke, who's doing well. Luke coming at center, who's actually playing better than Eric McCoy. No one's going to say that. I'll tell you. Luke is playing better than Eric McCoy right now. Who else? Calvin Banks as a rookie, 34th of 88. It's okay. The defense, Quincy Riley, rookie cornerback, 70th of 110. Kool-Aid, 57 of 110. Justin Reed, 52. Demario Davis is the 7th best PFF graded linebacker in all of football. That tells you something, man. Demario Davis is the man. So with that being said, where my D-line at? Cam Jordan. Chase Young is the man also, and Cam Jordan. So shout out to those guys. But before I do this, I want to go to I wanted to go to our player stats. Hold on, how do we go to our stats? Because I want to compare these quarterback stats. But I might have to do it later. But anyway, where was I over here? It's something I was looking at over here. Right here. This also expected points added. We can go here and we can see this. This is something that where the quarterback's being hurt by drops from the receiver. And we see Trevor Lawrence up here who has 30 drops. And we come all the way here to Spencer Rattler with a 4% droppage rate. Like he's being hurt. He was hurt a lot by receiver dropping passes. Tyler Shuck's here. Like the receivers have actually started catching the ball for Tyler Shuck, except Chris Olave. Chris Olave, who actually wants to be paid like a number one receiver. You got to catch the ball, Chris Olave. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. But man, we're gonna start feeding the streets, giving the streets more content as far as Saints football and for sports talk. But here we go. I'm out.